light it up, light it up. C2 in the building, ayy. Real talk only. Yeah. Oh, just be smoking with C2. Yeah, we keep it too real. Talk that truth, yeah, we talk how we feel. From the block to the booth, it's that vibe you can feel. Roll up the facts, let's spark that deal. We smoking with C2, C2. We vibing with C2, yeah, yeah. No cap, no lies, just true from the crew. Welcome to the show, smoking with C2. Mic check, 1, 2, let's clear the smoke. Black voices loud, we the ones that spoke. From pain to the progress, joke to the hope. We the culture, baby, and we never go broke. Convos heavy, but the flow stay smooth. C2 talk slick with that real life groove. Every topic, we gon' spark that fuse. Grab your lighter, let's talk that news. Smoking with C2, keep the energy true. Talking about us, what we been through. For the fam, for the block, for the people too. Turn it up loud, just the vibe, just the mood. We smoking with C2.
Here we go, wherever you at, wherever you may be. This is Smokinwit2, and I'm your host, C2. Got my player partner in the building with me.
Yes, sir. Life in the building, LYFFE, standing for loving yourself first for eternity.
I like that. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I've been checking y'all podcasts out, man. It's love to see the father and son thing. Love to see the positivity that y'all push out, because it ain't too many podcasters doing that. Even I teeter the line a little bit. I try to stay positive as much as I can, but still try to, teeter the line a little bit. But today I'm glad that you came in, stopped in with me. Came all the way from Atlanta.
Yes,
pull up
sir.
in the Attila, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we back
sir.
home, and we got a lot of good things that we want to talk to you about. How your New Year's been going?
Man, my New Year's actually starts in the spring.
Yours starting in spring? Why
yeah,
that?
because ain't nothing what's new right now. When you go outside, the flowers dead, the grass is dead, don't nothing start growing again until the new year.
Okay, the new year. I get what you're saying.
It's a fiscal year. It's really that New Year's was started for business.
Okay.
That's why you say at the end of the year they try to sell all the old products, get the new stuff on the market.
Okay,
so that's really a New Year for business.
Business thing. Okay,
Yes.
I see what you're talking about. When the springtime come and everything come back new,
Yeah,
that's when your New Year's.
that's
Okay,
the
I
New
appreciate
Year's,
that.
yeah.
I appreciate that. What you been having going on lately, though? Tell people so we can know.
Man, just really, I've been studying. Me and my son, we really trying to take our products to the next level this year.
And I wish you could have brought a couple of them so we could show them off a little bit.
Yeah, I should have brought some because I did bring some down here because I had some sales. But we got the Tea of Life, we got the Sea Moss, and we got a few other products. One I've been selling for quite some time, but it's only for a few people that know about it down in Atlanta. It's something for ED, something for erectile dysfunction.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's
that's always needed, fellas.
and
That's
it's all
always needed.
natural.
It's all natural.
Because I want to tell all the fellas out there, man, that Cialis and that Viagra, man, I'm telling you, after so
Corner store
long of
pills.
taking that, after probably about 10, 15 years of taking that stuff, or I don't know, it could be shorter than that, you're going to have a out of order sign on your stomach point with arrow point down because your thing ain't going to be working no more because it's I'm telling you, it's no good.
No good.
I mean, it's good for that moment, but over a period of time, it's just tearing you up.
I think it's like eating the food.
It's the same thing.
It's over a matter of time. Some of us are getting caught earlier than others, but we all probably on the same trajectory to have the same symptoms and pains in a minute. It just hit your body faster than it hit mine. But that's good, man. My New Year, like I said, I have some plans that I'm gonna get into, and a lot of things that I've been staying focused on my fitness journey. 253, I'm down to 200 now. You know what I mean? So
congratulations.
I've been doing that and just trying to take my content to a new level and build the things that are around me and bring them more closer. A lot of things that I kind of let get out of hand by not staying focused. You get what I'm saying? Just life things that I need to focus in on and pay more attention to and put more interest in because I've just been letting it slack off a lot. A lot of things that's going to be beneficial to me in the future. I need to start focusing in on that. So, but we're going to get into a lot of the things today, man. I'm glad you came in, but we're going to start right at the top with, I like to call it it's really a tragedy.
Yeah.
I really like to call it a tragedy, and I understand. It's about the Alden trial. I understand everybody's like to take sides, but I want to be honest and tell everybody is a victim in this situation. There's mothers that's victims. There's kids that's victims. There's cousins. There's brothers. There's baby mamas. It's families that are victims, and I know a lot of people don't see it like that. But this is what happens when people are in the streets. I feel sorry for everybody that's involved. I want to say that first and foremost. But I want to be completely honest with the people and let people know that when you go to the streets, these are the results. There's never going to be a different type of result. Now, I say that to say this. When you are young, like these young brothers was, they were young. They were very misguided. And I tell everybody this, all parents, the streets, if you be honest, the streets have more of a appeal to your kid, to a young man growing up in the black community than you can ever have in your household. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about for is like parents. Your mom, she didn't go to jail. She didn't get the door kicked in. You wasn't going to go visit her. You know what I'm saying? But when you growing up in the black community, and I think it's really like a culture thing, that us young black men, we don't want to live the Mr. Johnson lifestyle. And what I mean by Mr. Johnson, I mean get up, go to work every day, be an upstanding citizen. We all take the street route. It's more glorified than working. So a lot of young dudes, me, myself included, we chose the street route, not knowing better, because what we did, we followed the trend of what everybody was doing. And following the street trend, some of us lose badly. Some of us get long prison time. Some of us die in the midst of it. But then some of us will have, I like to call, a life situation like me. I went to jail for 4 or 5 years. And then I woke up and said, nah, this ain't the type of lifestyle I want.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think these young brothers, they had to pay with their life very dearly by making young mistakes. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I never did no dumb shit being outside in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up here and act like the situation that is hand that I don't understand it. What I understand is we as the community and older dudes and people that got kids and stuff, I think the most thing that you can do is just talk to the young people. You could, because I'm going to tell you this, and this is just being completely honest. Niggas learn through loss. And when I say niggas, it's the mindset. It's not your skin tone. We learn through loss because, like I said, I grew up watching the doors get kicked in, niggas going to jail, you know, people serving long prison sentences, all that shit. And I watched my mom get up, go to work every day, never get in trouble, never had to go visit her in jail, never go through no bullshit. But I was more attracted to what they were doing because it's the highlight moments. When I say the highlight moments, when I seen you pull up in the motherfucking green Monte Carlo with the beats banging, and my dad and them riding short body Cadillacs and having all this gold and jewelry, and niggas having the cars and having all the broads. Being a young man, that's more appealing to me than watching somebody go to work. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I get exactly what you're saying, but here's what I'm gonna say about the whole situation. At some point, accountability has to take effect.
Very true. Very
you
true.
know, and even though like when you say we more attracted to the street, like yes and no. And before I get all the way into my point, I'm gonna give you an example with you. I'm gonna make an example with you.
Okay.
And what you just said, because then you're gonna be like, you're right. And that's why I say accountability. At some point, the parents have to be accountable.
Very true.
It's like what are we doing? It's like we just allowing our children to do whatever.
Man.
And then when they get caught up in these situations, we still, instead of trying to teach them a lesson, what we do, we still kind of
side with it.
Yeah, kind of, you know, baby them, and you know this and no, because what the kids don't understand, especially these young boys.
Yeah.
They 17, 16, they young.
Yeah.
They ain't never had no real girlfriend. They first real relationship, if they vulnerable and weak, they first real relationship gonna be with they cellmate.
Right.
Real talk.
Yeah.
If you vulnerable and you weak and you got 100 years, your first real relationship gonna be with Big Bubba.
Right.
And they ain't telling you that when you out here running around with your pistol,
Yeah.
jumping out of cars, doing all this tough stuff. They ain't telling you what's really gonna happen down the road.
No, not at all.
They glorifying all this stuff, but when you can't, ain't no help, mama can't help you, mama can't do nothing.
Right.
Can't nobody help you but you. But if you vulnerable and you weak, you will be washing somebody's drawers. You will be getting ran through like a $40 hooker on the street if you vulnerable and you weak and you go in there and you soft as hospital cotton. That's
true.
what they ain't telling you. I'm here to
telling
tell you, all that old tough stuff, ain't no guns up in there.
Nope.
And most of y'all, when y'all got all that time, y'all going behind the wall. Y'all ain't starting off on no little low camp, none of that. Y'all going behind the wall with the
Big boy
killers.
joints. Yeah.
All they girlfriends look like you.
Yeah.
They ain't never had no woman, and they ain't had no woman in 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You are the woman.
Yeah.
So you come in there, all that stuff you did on the street is dead.
Yeah.
Your first apartment will be those 4 walls.
Yeah.
So all that old tough stuff and y'all parents not telling y'all kids what's real, y'all suckers too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just a continuing cycle. When y'all gonna break that cycle?
Let me ask you this though. How do I know better? So I got.
Hold on. Before you say that, I want to before I don't want to forget this. When you said, we attracted to the streets and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what you seen when you was growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened when your dad took you out the environment? I seen you in a whole nother environment, a whole nother state, doing things that you wasn't doing
Yeah,
prior
right.
to you leaving.
You right.
You know why? Because you seen something different.
You right.
He showed you something different.
You right, you
So
did.
when you seen something different, you went to school, you was doing good, you was doing what you supposed to do. Did you fall back into it? Yeah, but you got a chance to see something different.
And that's why right now today I know right from wrong.
Exactly.
So now, me being a father of a teenage son, I can give him the game. I have these conversations with my son. My question is, the people that don't know no better.
that's
When I say
an
don't know no
excuse,
better,
though.
I know it's an excuse, but when I say like,
I didn't
all
know
the
no
women-
better.
Right, but I'm saying for all the women that's raising young men,
Right.
they basically is raising them culture driven.
Right.
Where it's like they think that this is hip. They think this is what it's supposed to do. It's like a overcycle. But when these kids get in these bad situations, instead of them looking within inside themselves, they looking at, well, this person did this and this system is like this and these people fucked up and this, that, and the third. And it's like, nah, what you should do for all the parents that's out there, like, start denouncing when you see your kid going to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first thing you should do in their upbringing is denounce stupid shit. Well, what I mean by denounce stupid shit, my son he love the Chicago rap shit.
Right.
So when he comes and talks to me about shit, I always point out to him, yeah, they made it, son, but guess what? They're stupid. Why, Dad? Because they made it out of the community that they was coming from and had all that money, but they couldn't let it go and they kept going backwards.
So did they really make it?
They
See what
made
I'm
it
saying?
financially, but they didn't make it mentally
So
though.
they never really made it.
Right.
See, it's, to us, it looks like that because of our financial situation. So
Right,
we look
right.
at them as if they made it.
Made it, right.
But what have you really made?
Right, just money.
Because you're still in prison
Right.
mentally. You
Yeah.
still locked up.
Yeah.
So it's like, and even when you say like, what if they don't know? You do. We all know because it's always something in us. It's that small, still voice within us that
Mhm.
always tell us right from wrong. And I'm about to say something that a lot of men have done in their life. You have messed around on your woman with a female, and after you bust that nut, you're like, damn, I shouldn't even. You feel guilty. You feel
Right.
bad. You like,
Right,
damn,
so-
I shouldn't even.
Yeah.
That's so we all make a
You got that
conscious
inner,
decision.
yeah, you got that inner right from
we
wrong.
making
You know.
choices,
Yeah, you
dog,
making choices.
and we
Yeah,
won't,
but-
we don't hold ourselves accountable to the choices we make. We, instead of saying I was wrong and I shouldn't have did that, we make excuses for our behavior, and that's why we never change. Because
Yeah.
we weak, we soft, and we don't want to look ourselves in the mirror and understand that that's my biggest problem.
Let me ask you this: Why do you think that the streets are more glorified in the black community than anywhere else? Though?
Because it's all about division.
Mhm.
You know, the streets is glorified like that is because it's to go into that is a deeper thing. You talking about CIA, you talking about FB, you talking about all them letters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those corporations who for over years have driven that culture to our communities for a reason, because they make money off our pain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the more of us who locked up, they get free labor, and we make products that they turn around and sell off our free labor.
True.
Not only that, then they kind of like, as far as our reproduction, if you in jail, if all the men locked up, how many kids are we going to reproduce? Because we
Not
can't
many.
reproduce. Then
Not many.
then they got us on the women on birth control. They got it's so much when it comes to that. It's many of things that has geared towards the destruction of our communities. But it's on us because we a beggar community. They don't do nothing for us. We don't do nothing for us.
I want to speak on that, because a lot of black people, we always, that's what I was saying on my last podcast, like when something bad happens to somebody black, we don't really stand on business like we're supposed to. We kind of more of a protest, talk, yell, cry, and cry to a system that you know that's not even on our side, and just try to get some money out of the situation. And I think that's what happens with most people, most black people anyways, that they choose the money over the real power that we should be having. And they be like, well, fuck, we just give y'all some money. But if you ever pay attention, money doesn't equal power, though. Because there's people that has millions of dollars, but they don't run shit.
Man, most of us are sellouts.
Yeah,
even
sellouts.
The ones we learn about in our history books, most of us are sellouts. And right now, to this day, it's the same cycle being repeated.
Very
because
much.
we are so soft. We talk a lot of talk, but we don't walk the walk. We don't want to do nothing.
None of the
when
work.
it comes to really about standing up. And when you say, when something happens, we don't do this or do that or do this, it's because we don't do nothing prior to something happening.
Right.
We ain't even together. We only come together through pain,
Through
funerals,
pain. Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't nobody, like, I see your platform and you doing a great thing, and we can't get behind your platform because our friend doing something or somebody,
Yeah.
we choose and pick who we want. We don't support each other, man.
Yeah.
We are the softest, weakest group of people on this earth right now,
It's
breathing.
sad. It's sad.
We some straight cowards, and I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real. I don't care who get mad. I don't care who see this. I
It's
don't
true,
care
though.
about what you say. I don't give a damn about none of that.
It's true.
Because when it comes time to ride, and I don't mean kill
Violently,
and do
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean to support each other. I mean support the kids. I'm talking about the community. I'm talking about when I did the single mothers, man. I did a single mothers love. I did that for like 8 months straight. Every single week, I would give money to a single mother, and I had help. Don't get me wrong, because I would make a post on Facebook saying I got $20, and I was asking other people to match me $20 so we can come together and give that to a single mother.
That's tight. I like
you know,
that.
so
I like that.
what it is it takes a village.
Right.
I can't do it by myself. You
Exactly.
can't do it by yourself.
Not
But
at
if
all.
we come together collectively, we can help each other.
Right.
Man, they was telling people that I was sleeping with the women.
Oh, man.
We
got that bad,
I'm
though,
in
with black
Atlanta
people.
though.
That's crazy.
And
But-
these women are majority from this area.
Right.
So it's just I don't care because I got alligator skin. So they say a lot of stuff about me,
Very
and
true.
it really don't bother me because when they say stuff, I'm looking at the person who's
saying
saying
it.
it.
And then the thing about it is, we gotta get out of that. And it's like, we find a reason to dislike each other or find a reason to tear you down. But you will see a white dude come up and be like, oh, that's so tight, and be giving your money up so easily. Because when you see the black man, you automatically have an automatic, like, self-hate towards him. Even though we look just like each other. You get what I'm saying? But it's crazy because, like I hear what you're saying. It's like,
We just did it.
we just did it.
We
But-
just did it. But if I speak on that, then I'm hating. See what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
If you speak on something, but if Lil Chris C2 got a situation and he got a product and he trying to sell it, why we don't come together like that?
Fuck all that shit. We're gonna get straight to the point. For all you people that was getting on there talking shit about the Woody's chicken, I'm just gonna be completely honest. Those were majority white people. They showed up for they people.
For they people.
Don't get it twisted.
Like they always do.
Don't get it twisted and make you think that it was a bunch of black people up there. Yeah, it was black people up there, but that was majority white people showing out for they shit. We don't got that for each other because we have a reason why we can't do everything for everybody. It don't matter what it is. It could be Ryan C, it could be me, it could be anybody. Every time anything with Alden, everybody, and it's just so sad because, like they say, when you go around complete strangers that don't know you, they don't know that I slept with this girl or I'm cool with this person or this person's my cousin. They just looking at the product and what it is and what I'm talking about. Oh, I like that. But when the people know you, they're actually judging you beyond that. Like, oh, I remember when you did this and I heard this about you and they said this about you. So until you actually really know somebody, because you know how the game goes, when stories are being told, you got to understand the scripts is being flipped all day.
Yeah.
The story came from me. I'd have left something out, added something in, gave it to them. They'd have left something out, added something in, gave it to them. By the time it got to you, as in the past 15 miles, the story all misconstrued. We don't know who said what, who did what. And we got to get out of that mode when it comes to our own people. And a lot of times, it takes nothing I press the like button on everything. I don't even hear most of y'all music. I still press the like button. He doing this thing. I like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when I see things, I just like it. Okay, they doing their thing. They cooking some, look like the food good. Like it to me. I don't even know you. I'm just doing it because we following each other. And a like don't hurt nobody. A view don't hurt nobody. It's definitely ain't gonna take nothing out of my life.
Nope.
You get what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people have y'all own personal reasons why y'all can't support the next person. And a lot of the reasons be petty.
But why is it though? Because I'm gonna tell you why it is. Because if I don't love myself, it's gonna be impossible for me to love you.
Exactly.
It's always internal.
It's internal.
They don't got when people say. That's why I don't get mad about what people say when they talk about me. Because I know that they dealing with something internally.
Internally. Yeah.
They have issues.
Yeah.
Like I tell I done told a lot of my homies this. When they call me and they stressing about something, I say, you go in the room by yourself, stand in the mirror, and smack the shit out of the first person you see, because that's the root of all your problems. And a lot of people can't deal with themselves. So what they do is they put how they feel about themselves onto other people.
Yes.
They project their own feelings of self-hatred onto others.
And you gotta be honest with yourself. Like when you do something, just take accountability. I didn't have to take accountability for things, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do it right at the beginning. I kind of was pointing fingers, like, man, well, if this motherfucker didn't say this, and this person didn't do this. But then when I took a step back, I said, you know what? If I never did this, and I never said that, then they would have never did this, and this would have never happened. I'm gonna take my accountability and move on from it. If I have to apologize to somebody or make it right, then that's what I'm going to do to get on with my life. So I don't have the bad karma on me. Like, you know what? I made a mistake. My bad. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I thought this and thought that. And that's just how it goes. When it comes to, I say the black community, and I'm talking to all my people. I want y'all to start taking more accountability so we don't have to get these, we don't want to see the sad post about how the system is railroading your child. Because if you jump in from the beginning, you don't even let them go towards the system. You get what I'm saying? Because we already know the system fucked up. So stop there from the beginning before they even get there, so you don't even have to be making the post talking about how they railroading your son or whatever. And a lot of things, and we just got to be honest. If you got a young man and you see that they getting off the chain, my best advice for y'all is to get some life insurance. Because a lot of times, a lot of people don't listen, and they have to be burnt by the stove for them to even understand. And sometimes when people get burnt severely. And then some people just get a little, I'm like, oh shit, okay, I know not to do that. But it doesn't work out for everybody. And I say that to say this because I was saying, these guys made a mistake, right? And I've been young before, and I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I made a mistake. I almost threw my life away and my baby mama's life away. This is before we even had kids. I'm telling y'all a true story. It's some real shit. And this is why I was telling people before I get into this. This is about riding with niggas and being down with the gang.
Right.
Because when everything goes bad, I've been in a situation. The gang wasn't never there for me. My mom, my dad, and whatever woman I was dealing with and family members, those was the ones that always came through for me. Never none of the niggas that I ran with on a daily basis. Never none of the niggas that I got money with or did nothing with. I'm being completely honest. A lot of you niggas is learning this in a bad situation that the gang ain't gonna be there. Hear me out. This is just me being young and dumb and not knowing no better. I remember somebody doing something to one of my homeboys, and I thought that was very disrespectful. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stand on business for him. And I should have made him stand on his own business, but you know how I go. Most crews don't even be on. You can see a crew of 10 niggas and only 3 niggas really gonna fight and step. The rest of the niggas is prop niggas.
Yeah.
They just around to look good. So, me being young and dumb, not even thinking, I called my baby mom, hey, I need you to ride me around real quick. She's just in love with me and willing to do anything. We get in the car, we riding around, I'm looking for these dudes. I see the dudes, I jump out and I shoot at them and try to get them. And in the process of me doing that, I'm not even thinking of none of the consequences that's gonna happen to this. I'm just so mad, I'm just trying to stand on business on this street nigga shit that I didn't communicate with them, didn't even try to talk to them, didn't even try to figure nothing out. I just figured like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this to y'all because y'all did this. In the process of me doing that, I just shot at them and one of the dudes got away. I thought I hit the other dude. He just was so scared he fell on the ground. I hopped back in the car and ride off. But in that 1 minute of a dumb decision, I could have killed 2 people and lost my life and my baby mama's life. And her life would have been lost just because she was driving. She didn't shoot no gun. She didn't do nothing. That's the same mistake that these young brothers made. God just had a different plan for me. And those brothers didn't lose their life and I didn't lose mine in the process. But what I'm trying to tell people is being out here in the streets as a young man, decisions can be made that can ruin your life for years to come. And a lot of us don't think about it in the heat of the moment. And this comes from being in the streets. I want to tell all the parents this and everybody, me, you, we all know this. When you go to the streets, I can guarantee you can punch this like a lottery ticket. Death in jail is coming. I'm lying?
No.
I don't give a fuck who you is, how tough you think you is, how much money you think you getting. If you go to the streets, it's a guarantee death in jail is coming for you. So in the process of any of you young dudes, we can see it up and down the timeline. We watching it. We watching dudes catching these cases. And the way technology is today, doing crime is kind of stupid. Honestly. They trying to make drug dealing a terrorist act.
Unless you
They are pointing at us.
Yeah.
The black community. Motherfuckers is like, oh, they doing ISIS and they doing no. Step away from that and look at the broader picture. Look at the things that they're trying to change. People like, oh, they letting people out of jail. They check that 90s crack shit is over with. They know niggas ain't even, they know niggas is selling crack, but y'all ain't fucking with it like that. Oh, we about to go ahead and switch it up. This methamphetamine shit, we gonna start slamming them for that. This crystal meth shit, we gonna start slamming them niggas for that. Cause we like, oh, they passed the crack law, we gave y'all too much time. Niggas did decades and decades until like 2012 and 14, 15, and then they start letting niggas out. Niggas that's been locked up since the 80s. They said, oh, we gave y'all too much a harsher time. We gonna let y'all out now. That's the same thing they about to do now. You gonna go to jail in this year, and then it's gonna be in the 30s when they talking about, well, we need to change the law. But what about the niggas that already did 20, 30 years in the penitentiary for this bullshit? We gotta be just a step ahead of the game, man. We gotta start finding more things to do, and we gotta start being honest about the leadership.
What leadership?
We don't have none. That's the problem.
Because the 40, 50-year-olds, I still never understood this, how a group of men, they want to hang out with other men all the time.
No.
You 40, 50 years old?
No.
I didn't really do it too much when I was younger, but how do you want to hang out with other men all the time?
I ain't never hanging out with
and talk
niggas
about
all day.
women. It's like, what's going on with the men today? They doing some really strange things. You want to hang out, where you at? Oh, I'm finna pull up, and y'all finna sit around with each other, 4, 5 of y'all, and just sit there, drink, smoke, and talk about who y'all had sex with, like y'all still 17, 18. And then y'all wonder what's wrong with the youth. What's wrong with the youth is the generation that, ahead of them failed them. Because they want to be drug dealers still. They still want to, run around, talk about Louis and Gucci and all this old goofy stuff. That they showed you that all that stuff made in China, and y'all still don't believe them. They put the truth right in your face. That shit cost 17 cents to make, and they sell it to you for 2,000-3,000. And the first thing you do is get on a social media platform and brag about some Louis or Gucci, and then you wonder what's wrong with your son. Yeah, he got on some nice shoes. Yeah, he got on some expensive clothes, but he can't read.
That's true.
He can't read. He ain't read a book since Cat in the Hat.
Now,
He barely can read
and I'm gonna be
that.
honest though, because as parents, thank God both of my kids are very smart. You know what I'm saying? They can talk with the best of them. But I notice a lot of kids be dressed nice, and they be older, and their vocabulary is fucked up. And I said the parents is focused on the wrong thing. If your daughter can sing these fucking songs, but then when you ask her what's her name and what's her birthday, and she goes blank, you failing her as a parent.
Man, they worried about the exact. My daughter she want these $200 shoes. Oh, my son, he want these. Man, you crazy?
You don't get none of that.
Good. I don't even. And I'm not saying this to
I
brag.
do it, but you got to make sure you got good grades.
I'm gonna put this out there because I really don't say this to brag. And I see a lot of people post about their kids on social media. More power to it. That's cool. You know, don't get me wrong. I don't really do too much of that every blue moon. My oldest son is a scientist, man.
That's what's up.
A scientist.
That's what's
I
up.
need. Well, how many times you ever heard me put that? I don't put that stuff out there because so what?
Yeah.
So what? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of people don't. So what? He's a scientist studying the brain, man.
Right.
Studying the brain. You know why? Because I took my family out of a situation that wasn't gonna do anything for them. It was gonna do them more harm than good, and I put them in a different environment. And I did that because if I hadn't done it, it's like this. I have to focus on myself. You have to be selfish as a parent because the only way you can do right by your kids is doing right by yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I hadn't done that, my mom would have lost another son.
Right.
Through death or through prison.
Right.
Either way, it would have been another loss.
Another loss.
So I had to get myself in a different environment in order to be a better father. And I'm still, even to this day, working on being a better father.
Yep.
Like it don't stop. You don't stop.
That's where I think we losing it at. Men not wanting to be fathers.
Man.
I think we need to, relationships, they fail.
Yes.
But I think nowadays men and women are holding a relationship more over the priority of the kid.
Yes.
Things end.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you thinking that your baby mother is never gonna sleep with nobody else when it's over with you, you're lying. If she think nobody's gonna sleep with you when it's over, she's lying to herself. I believe that we need to, as men, this is another thing. We should start holding each other accountable. Stop letting your homeboy come around knowing that he's not a father.
Yeah.
Say something to him. Hey, bro, go get your kids, bro. Let's go get our kids. Let's go hang out.
Don't call me till you start spending time with your kids.
Yeah, go get your kids. And I think I know, fellas, this is some of y'all that's gonna say my baby mama be tripping, and I'm gonna say this: if you a black woman and you're blocking a father from being a father, you are part of the problem in the black community. Dead serious. I don't care if he only come get them 3 days out the month. Let him get them 3 days. If whatever he can give you, let him give you that. You know what I'm saying? If you only can get a break 3 days out the month from your kids with your baby day, let that happen. More days will come. But I think us as men, we need to get back more to being fathers. I pride myself on being a father. You hear me priding myself on being a father. And a lot of dudes, I'm not even gonna lie, we are lacking. We're lacking badly.
They allergic to being a father.
Yeah, like a lot of y'all are like really like having these kids, and if you be honest, the black community is the only community relying on the women to raise the men. What the fuck is that about? We're relying on women to make us men. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. Whatever you can do as a man, like I said, everybody's situation different, but I think we need to take more of an initiative. And for the fake leaders of the black community, y'all know who y'all say y'all are. Y'all need to start putting that more in place. Start putting programs together to help these young brothers out, to help older men out, because a lot of people is mental.
But you got the blind lead the blind. It's
That's what I'm saying,
it's hard for somebody to lead somebody when they can't lead themselves.
Yeah.
And when it's hard for them, you know, one thing I learned is you can't trust a man who don't have control over his penis.
Exactly.
You can't trust no man like that because he gonna fail you each and every time. He don't have no self-discipline. Yeah. He can't control himself when he's around different women because for some reason either he hate women and his mission is to continue to disrespect them.
I'm glad you brought this
to
up.
keep on just just tearing their life apart,
Exactly.
ripping their life apart. This is his only mission. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought this up because us as men, dick discipline is a real thing, and I'm gonna give y'all some examples. This is for brothers that you got talent and you come into large amounts of money, and us being men, you know what I'm saying? We like to get our rocks off. I understand that. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I ain't never did it. You ain't never did it. We do it. It is what it is. But when fucking bitches is costing you your life and your money and your peace, you got to start learning how to put your dick up, fellas. And the reason why I say that is too many people that I see that be in these great situations and they done lost it because they couldn't control their dick.
But we gotta understand why though. See this, and that's the thing. See, most of the time, majority of the time, I'm gonna give you two different examples. Mm-hmm. One example is you have men prior to getting that money and get to that bag, mm-hmm. they had a difficult time getting money.
Right, that's true.
So when they get this money,
they can't control
themselves
right,
because they never been in that position to where they was chosen prior to having money.
Right.
So when women choose you, no matter what you got, mm-hmm. then it's different. So when you get something, you already been that guy.
Right.
And that's why a lot of men hate on me right now to this day because of relationships I have with women that they don't have because I have discipline. I can be around a woman. I can sleep in the same bed with a nice, bad woman and not touch her. Right. Because I value me.
Right.
A lot of men don't value themselves, so they willing to sleep with any and everybody.
Right.
Okay. And another situation, when you have so many men nowadays going to prison, getting killed, and it's a lack of men.
Yeah.
So now the women are choosing men that they would never chose in the
first
past.
place. Right.
So now he think, man, no, it's just this. It ain't. It's slim pickings,
Slim
homie.
pickings.
You ain't the man.
Because I always tell people this though, right? Because a lot of dudes get this confused. Me and you can both sleep with the same woman, but that don't mean she look at both of us the same.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes, and trust me, I know about this. Like, y'all true dislike for other men is because it's over a woman that you like, love, or paying for. But what men don't understand is you can be doing all that, but a woman has a mind of her own. And since you believe I'm doing this for her, or she told me this, or I told her that this over here ain't gonna happen. That ain't how it's gonna work. It never works out like that. But I always tell dudes this too. How they present themselves is how they is. How you know what I'm saying? If they hoes, you can't change them. No matter, because I done seen dudes be like, well, she's not gonna do that with me. And this, listen, brother, yes she is. And at the same time, if she's been doing it her whole life, she's conditioned to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it takes for a strong person, like I said, it takes for a strong man or a strong woman. It's a lot of things I used to do in my life, bro. I don't do no more. I don't even think about doing it no more because it was destroying things around me and myself. Anytime now that I done got to a place in life now that my peace is everything. So if I be like, this is going to disturb my peace, or this person going to be having this type of BS going on, I don't even want to deal with you, man or woman. Yeah. I automatically assume that it's about to be some bullshit. As soon as I sense that, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna go this way because my life is trying to be more at a peace. But at the same time, I know men that, like I said, I'm 40 years old now. And I know dudes that's around me and I be like, bro, what y'all trying to go to the club every weekend for? What the fuck y'all in there doing? Because if you haven't been to the club lately, I've been to the club and I realized like, this is why I don't come to the club. Everybody's standing around buying overpriced drinks and food and basically everybody recording everybody. I can sit at home and watch everybody through social media and see how the club going. I've been in there. Ain't nobody really dancing. Everybody really just standing around. They done took it to this new way where now everybody just is more about who got a section, who got bottles coming. You know what I'm saying? I come from the era where people stood around and it was a dance floor. You know what I'm saying? The old school Lil Jon them era when 3 6 Mafia and that shit came on and motherfuckers was in there bouncing and doing all that. I said now it's more of a fake fashion show and everybody just watching each other and the culture just changed. But I just look at it like I'm getting older and this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I look at it. So a lot of things that we that might be perceived as a come up for some people, it's looked at as inviting the devil into some people's lives because they be knowing the nightlife and what comes with it. You get what I'm saying? How do you feel about? I want to ask you about the black relationship, as far as the man and the woman.
It's terrible, and I'm gonna tell you something real quick. A lot of men. You said something on social media that was so true. The verbiage was very, very aggressive, but it was true. You said the men are the new women.
Yeah.
You didn't say them words
right,
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
But the men are the new women, and the men do a lot of pillow talking, and a lot of men, like I said, I have a good relationship with women, so a lot of things that they said about me, it came back to me, and like I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, right? If I know I've grown so much for the simple fact that just off those things, I could tear your whole relationship to pieces.
Right.
But in order to do that, I gotta hurt my wife in the process.
It ain't gonna do it.
And you ain't never worth that, homie.
Ain't worth it.
Nothing you talking about, nothing you got to say. Your insecurities and all that stuff would not allow me to sabotage what I got just because you don't believe in yourself.
Right.
And you know what I could, man, it's just terrible. So the relationship nowadays really ain't a relationship. It's because, like we said at the beginning of the show, accountability. No one wants to be accountable. And the majority of the men, they don't have discipline. They're not trying to raise their children. They really trying to stand on their girl's neck when they can't stand on their own neck. Before you can stand on her, stand on yourself.
Right.
Be a man. Be accountable.
Right.
Say, yeah, I was wrong. I shouldn't have talked to you like that. I shouldn't have said that. I respect you, and whatever the case may be.
Right.
Take accountability. Stop being weak. Stop acting like you know everything when you still trying to learn. It's okay to say, hey, man, I had to be honest with my wife. She wanted me to live a certain way, and I told her, I don't know how.
Right.
But I'm willing to try.
Right.
And in that moment, if I hadn't said that, that relationship was gone. It was over with because I had to be accountable for the things that I was doing, the choices that I was making. Not the mistakes, the choices.
Right.
And because sometimes choices and mistakes, we can misplace those words because everything's not a mistake. Sometimes it's just a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very
and so
true.
we don't want to be accountable as men. We want to lie. We want to do all these things, but be right by our women, especially if you got a good one, someone who's been there for you.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have a good one, but you know when you got a good one. I know people right now whose woman that put them in a better situation,
Right.
and they don't even
Realize
respect her.
They don't
No, they
respect
realize it,
Yeah.
but they take everything she's done and they try to use it to go help another woman
That's
who don't
crazy.
give a damn about them.
That's
They
crazy.
try to use everything that this woman done, who put them on there. She fall back.
Right.
She let this man have all the glory, like he's done
Something.
everything.
Yeah. Like
And
a
what
good
he
woman's
do is
supposed
he run around trying to holler at this girl, that girl, showing off bread that this woman put him on. He's trying to help another woman when the woman you got it's like this. Say you with a woman who helped you financially. So she helped you financially, most likely she's gonna help you mentally too.
Very much.
You know what I'm saying?
Very much.
So she done help build you up. Why would you do the same in return?
That's a good woman.
Why wouldn't you build her up? Because she done poured into you and poured into you when other people didn't give a damn about you, and the first thing you go do is go try to help another woman out?
That's terrible.
You got to be crazy.
Crazy.
And all you gonna do is end your demise. And somebody else gonna see that woman that you looked over and didn't like, he gonna come through and he gonna put that dinosaur tail on and she gonna take off and she gonna do the right thing.
Do the right
It
thing.
might take a while for her to see because her self-esteem might be low.
Right.
She might not feel good or confident about herself, and that's why she's just poured so much into you, hoping that you would do the same in return. But
Right.
since you a coward and not a real man,
At all.
who really feminine probably to a certain extent, because you act, you know, you have so many women, girly type ways.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first thing you want to do is pour into somebody else. Man, you're not no real man. You was a sucker.
I seen something.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's very much something. If you got somebody that's pouring into you, especially, it's so hard to find a good woman these days. We see them up and down the timeline. They look good, but they morale.
Even if they don't look good, even
Yeah.
if they don't catch your eye like that, because you can take that same woman that she might have helped you and did all that. You might not be that. You might not feel like she's that attractive, but you can make her that way.
Yeah, very much. You can build your
The
woman.
same way you was
Okay.
you was broke,
Right.
and she put money in your pocket.
Right.
The same way you can turn her into a more attractive woman in your eyes.
Because money make you look good. Case in point, Glorilla.
Love make you look good too.
Love definitely make you
know
look
what I'm
good.
saying? Because you can put something to her she probably never even thought she could ever be. Just like you probably never thought you could be on this level. She did that for you. Why you
Right.
gonna do the same for her?
Got to.
On a whole nother level. Man, we gotta stop being.
And I tell people
kids
this
and
all
be
the time.
adults,
When
man.
it comes to men and women, and I hear men complaining about women, I hear women complaining about men, I always sum it up to you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not bad. I know good women. I know some good niggas too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I be hearing people complaining their whole life, I never found a good man. It's on you. And I tell women this all the time, just for telling the girl, I said, listen, if a nigga like you, time, money, and effort is so easy to get from a nigga that you like. I mean, that a nigga that likes you. If he really likes you and he really want to deal with you, those type of things he's going to give to you with no question. But I seen something the other day. They did a study, and it said that the average man will only, in his lifetime, will only get the chance to find 1 to 4 solid mates. And a woman will only get to find 1 to 3 solid mates. And when I say solid mates, it's a person that you can actually be with, grow with, marry, somebody you can have a real connection. When I say a real connection, it's the person that you probably really supposed to be with. We all got that person that you're supposed to be with, like they just fit you like a puzzle piece. I say that to say this, right? Because I was thinking, I was like, damn, I wonder for the people that is older, that's still complaining about that they can't find a good man or a good woman, did they ruin their chances through life by not being a good person?
But you know what their first mistake was? Looking for a good man or a good
Yeah,
woman.
that shit supposed to find you.
Exactly. I wasn't looking for no good. Oh man, I'm looking for a good woman. No, you ain't looking for none of that.
Right.
You attract
Right.
certain things to you. And I'm gonna say this
I like
real
that.
quick. What I have with my wife, most people will never have in a lifetime. I'm gonna say that again. What I have experienced over all the time that I've been with my wife, most men, well, people in general in relation, will never ever experience in their whole lifetime. So even if I was to leave out of here right now and change forms, I can say that she's giving me something majority of people will never have in their relationship.
That's what's up.
And I'm appreciative of that. And I wasn't always appreciative of that because I didn't know what I had. Well, I did, but I was fighting myself. You know what I'm saying? Fight the old me and trying to, I had to do a mental suicide.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm
I feel you
saying?
on that.
Kill the things that was killing me in order to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And the demons.
my new year,
Yeah.
when everything blossoms, when everything grows, when
Right.
everything starts to sprout. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kill everything. Like that's what the winter is. Everything dies in the winter. That's why the leaves fall and they don't no longer on the trees. And then when the new year comes around, everything starts to grow. It's fresh. The flies and the bees and all those things start to come out
Right.
because everything is grown.
Right.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how I had to transform myself and understand what I got. So to this day, I'm honoring and respecting that because I'm just so happy to have
Appreciative.
somebody who loves me.
Appreciative.
You know what I'm
Appreciative.
saying? Like that's to have that and to love everything about me. That's
Listen,
something you just want.
Do y'all hear this man, how he's talking? This is true black love. He's describing his true black love with him and his wife. So when us as men and women, like you said, I had to take accountability. I had to get my act together.
Yeah.
She was already 100. She already was right.
Yeah.
Me, I had to get me together. And most of the times, us as men, we don't like to admit that we are wrong about certain things, and we don't like to admit that we the ones that's causing the problems.
Yeah.
Niggas like to be players. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you want to be like this over here. You really got to pick and choose
But
what
they
you
really
gonna do.
player haters.
Yeah.
When I seen my wife pour everything she had into our relationship, I'm talking about from financial, from mental, from physical, to the point where I saw my wife losing weight, man.
Yeah, that's deep.
It was she poured so much into our relationship, into our family, that I saw it like tearing her apart.
Man.
I saw my wife shrivel up. I saw her lose weight. I saw her laying in the bed almost helpless. And I'm like, damn. Like, this woman is she's giving so much of herself. I almost thought I was going to lose her.
Man,
And I
deep.
had to say, damn, what am I doing wrong? Because this woman has given, she's to the point where she don't have nothing else to give. You know what I'm saying?
And she want to give it to you.
Yeah.
So that makes you like
to
that's
our
like,
whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
she
I'm saying.
giving everything.
But that's good
Every
that you
inch
acknowledge
of
it
her.
though, because a lot of us dudes, and I realize this, because a lot of dudes have a good woman, and then we do so much messed up stuff, and then they eventually one day they wake up, or like you said, one day they bump into a guy. They never talk to dudes, but it'd be one day they give this one guy a chance, and then that one guy show them some shit that they ain't never seen before, and it might be nothing but the little things of consistency, talking to her, being concerned about how she's feeling today, and how's her day going, things like that, where you be like, oh, that's just my woman. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people this all the time, and this is just being completely honest. I lived my whole life fucking niggas bitches. Just being completely honest. So when I always say that women love cheating, I'm speaking from a personal stand, because the things that I did in my life. So I always figured like, oh, women love cheating. But I realized those were never, everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have been judging them like that. For the simple fact of now that I had sat down and had a couple conversations with some women about things, because I was trying to figure out like, how do women see the situation? And I realized, like you said, a woman feel like I've done so much. I've drained out. This person is killing the soft girl inside of me. So yes, I branch out just to get a feeling of appreciation, you know what I'm saying, more of a loving feeling from somebody. And a lot of times people don't be wanting to leave the person that they've been with all their time, and they just be needing the thing that I like to call as comfort buddies. You know what I'm saying, where like they just somebody that they talk to on a regular, somebody that can like help build them up, talk to them where ain't nobody judging them, and they can really speak their mind and get a lot of things off their chest. But it all boils back down to respecting your partner. Like I said, for people to say they found a good man or a good woman, I can say that in my lifetime I have found a good woman, and I was appreciative to have kids with this woman. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women, like I said, you know, you deal with a lot of women. I don't know if they was good women or not, because I didn't even take the time to find out if they was a good woman or not. So I can't tell people like, oh, I don't know a bunch of good women. They could all been good women. It's just me personally, myself, wasn't looking for the good woman within them.
And was I a good man?
And was I a good man to them? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I really probably wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you give certain people certain things.
Yeah.
What your wife gave you, she probably never gave to no other man.
Yeah.
So she's giving you a part of her that she can't give nobody else, and that makes it more of a loving thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that a person like you can appreciate that, and seeing that it was coming and didn't be goofy about the situation, and continued on being who you is, and letting your demons win in the inside. As you get older, because now that I done got older, I'm not the same guy no more. A lot of things that I value and a lot of things that I realize, I'm like, you know what? I find myself gambling with things that I can't afford to lose. And that makes me a dumb man. And that makes a lot of us dumb men. And it all boils back down to, I'm not talking about gambling your relationships. I'm talking about gambling with your life. A lot of us gamble with it, and a lot of us crap out. You know what I'm saying? And in life, I watch some young brothers. I grew up with a lot of their parents. I'm like, damn, I remember when those guys were being born to realize like, man, I might never see those guys again because I'm older. And I might pass away before I ever see them again. And for those guys to lose their life, to never be able to have kids, never know how it is to pay bills, live on their own, you know what I'm saying, travel the world, any of these things, all of it was stolen from these guys. All because of bad decisions. This is all what this podcast is about. Making the right decisions. We're talking about being fathers. You choose to be a father.
I want to say this. It wasn't stolen from them.
No, it wasn't stolen from
It was a choice.
It was
That's
a
why
choice.
I say,
That's why I said we chose.
When we change our verbiage, we get a better understanding.
Yes.
And then we can correct it. Because I understand why you said that, but I just want to say that because it's a choice.
Yes.
We making conscious decisions and not understanding the circumstances that comes behind those choices.
Yes.
Now everything we do we not gonna get what we feel like we deserve, but
Never.
That's what comes with it.
Yep.
When I did what I did and I went to the penitentiary, I made a conscious. I was in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Boom! I went from high school. It wasn't no prom. I went from talking about going to prom to going to the child hall.
Damn.
Ain't no prom.
Right.
You in lockdown.
Right.
All this old crazy stuff.
Right.
And I didn't understand at the time the life I was living was preparing me for the penitentiary.
Right.
The life I was living, I was like, I graduated, but not from high school. I graduated from one part of the streets to another part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
jail is a whole nother world.
It's a whole nother world
when you get in there.
And I prepared myself for the penitentiary unknowingly. Preparing myself for this world. And I fit right in. And that's a problem. When you fit right into something like that, that's crazy. That's mental suicide.
Yeah.
To fit into something like that, how do I fit with this?
And I think it boils down to because, you know, they say jail is a rehabilitation center. It's not. It's a bunch of lost niggas and criminals all around each other just sitting around talking. You have to take it within yourself. I picked up books and learned something about myself and black people. You know what I'm saying? What made me get the chest tattoos that I got because I understood my people and where we came from. You know what I'm saying? I took my time in prison to learn some shit and to figure out who I was as a man and made a conscious decision. I'm never going back. Not that I got fucked with, not that I was scared, I don't want to deal with none of that shit no more. I went to jail. I know everybody seen me on the Madison County app for speeding and shit. They took me to jail, and I had to stay overnight. And I wasn't even there that long because I got pulled over later.
Hardest time you ever done.
Nigga, that 5 hours was so fucking hard on my body, sleeping on that concrete. I'm being completely honest. I told myself, I said, there ain't no way I could be dealing with this shit again. And this wasn't nothing but a few hours. And it had me in there like, man, this is some bullshit.
What we do when we go, man, God, I swear to God.
Man, I swear to God.
I ain't messing with these hoes. Man, I swear to
shit,
God.
man.
You know,
And the only thing I hear in the back of my mind is my mama, Miss Moore, saying, sit your ass down.
Yep.
This is what we need to tell these young brothers, man. Like I said, I got a teenage son, and I always try to, you know, talk to the youth and talk to little young dudes and stuff like y'all see I have them on my podcast and stuff like that. And I know sometimes you can't reach everybody. And like I said, a lot of people need to touch the stove themselves. But my thing is, some people get a little, and then some people get fully burned. And the people that get fully burned, they never get a chance to make they right. Because they had already kind of, you know, blew themselves. And we just, us as men and everybody, that if you have a voice, or you have nieces and nephews and stuff like that, denounce some of the goofy shit to them.
And to all the men out there, especially you older men, my age, 40s and 50s and all that old stuff, what are you really willing to do to help change your community? Like for real, all that old plan, like you really about the community and all that old stuff. No, we gotta, like, what are you really willing to do? Are you willing to say, hey, look, even though I don't know you, C2, I like your platform, maybe we can do this, get together and do something. Hey, such and such, you know, whatever we had in the past, I'm willing to put the differences to the side so we can show ourselves, not only ourselves, but the younger community, that we can put things to the side and we can come together as one. All that old playing and all that sometimey politicking and all that old goofy stuff, all that stuff is dead. What are you really willing to do for your community? Are you ready to patrol the streets? Are you ready to say, hey, look, put that, hey, no, brother, put that down. Hey, let me holler at you. You guys really, like I say, soft as hospital cotton. It ain't really about that life, man. Y'all talk a good game, and I ain't talking to nobody
in particular. We just said as a whole. In general, yeah.
Like, whatever, anybody, I know people that talk about me. I know people that call me the police, all this old goofy stuff, and calling girls saying that the only person that ever went to trial and beat the feds, all of a sudden is the police. All this old goofy stuff. Now, ain't nobody gonna say it to my face, not because I'm tough, or not because I'm about to get on some rah-rah, because I just really don't care what you think. Because I know me.
Right.
And I know that I'm a stand-up father, not a stand-up gangster, I'm a stand-up father. I look my kids in the eyes and I tell them the truth.
That's
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Because
that's real
that's the
shit.
Then the only people outside of myself that I owe. My children, my wife, my mama. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I don't care what you said about me behind my back.
Right.
If you really ready to change the community, stand up or sit down.
Right.
And put your skirt on and move out the way, man, because there's some real stuff going on, and all that old playing, that stuff dead, man.
We gotta take a step forward. But I want to bring this up to you because I remember this. This is for older people back in the days. If you ever remember back in the days, the black people, the old black people, they didn't want the gangbangers and the drug dealers and the drunks and the dope fiends on their streets.
Right.
They didn't want them around their houses. I remember that because my grandpa was one of those people. My mom's dad, Daddy Bill. Everybody's like, oh, Daddy Bill, the motherfucker, woo, woo, woo. But I remember my grandpa like, man, keep them motherfuckers away from the house. Y'all don't come up to my motherfucking door. Don't be parking them loud ass cars in my driveway. Don't be having them motherfuckers drip oil on my street. And I realized when everybody was saying that he was mean and he was a motherfucker, when he went away, everything that he stood for was gone. And now nothing's left here on earth that he worked hard for but his kids. Because the principles and the things that he stood on was washed away because he wasn't around. Now the dope fiends is around. Now the drunks are around. Now niggas is pulling up in their cars. Now niggas is sitting up on the porch. Now niggas is selling dope all out the house. The doors getting kicked in and all this bullshit. I'm not talking bad about the family. What I'm saying is certain men be around for a reason.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas is not the leaders.
No.
They just in the position. Because of the ass they kiss or maybe because of the money that they got. I tell people all the time, a true black leader has no white handlers. Because we all know, and it's not no race thing, they're not going to do nothing to put you in a better position. They're never going to do that. So I always tell people at the same time as we telling everybody, is you got to be a man. Starts in your own household, on your own 2 feet. Before you can be a man to anybody else, you got to be a man to yourself and for your people. It's nothing wrong, young black brothers, getting up, going to work. There's nothing wrong with that.
And it's also nothing wrong with coming together and starting your own business.
It's nothing wrong with that.
You know, and you might have to work long enough to do that.
Exactly.
And what you just described about your grandpa, you said your grandpa, what you described was the end of one era and the beginning of another.
Facts.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
It was a transition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was the last of one breed and the beginning of a whole new generation. And that's what we see going on right now.
So you believe that basically, like Tupac said, we're going to have a race of babies that's going to hate the ladies.
Yeah.
Do you believe this is the generation that is getting worse?
Yes, it definitely is.
Okay.
It definitely is. And once again, it's because us, our generation, failed the ones that come behind us. And that's what you seeing. You seeing it spill over.
Yeah.
It's because, like, if you think about just like, even our health, you know, I never seen myself transitioning to no health stuff.
Right.
Like, you knew me.
Right.
You know me all my life. if you go back 20 years, you would have never thought that neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This man ain't no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I never seen that. But once I learned how to love myself, the more I learned how to love myself and what that really means. See, people say, "Oh, I love myself." No, you don't. You think you love yourself. You might love things about yourself, but do you truly, really love yourself?
Right.
And that's what I think has been lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
We haven't been taught those things. So if you haven't been taught those things, how do you know how to acquire those things for yourself?
Exactly.
It's just like if ain't nobody told you that if you speed, you're gonna go to jail. Shit, you speed, you don't know.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But once you
don't
know, you slow down.
Slow down.
And
Slow
that's
down.
what comes in. That's what self-love is all about. It's about loving yourself in order to love those who look like you.
Right.
Love the ones who are around you, and those who are willing to be loved. And love ain't just all about because you know. No, love is about discipline.
Discipline.
Love is about consistency. Love is about doing the same things over and over again, even if you don't love them.
Right.
Because
Right.
you know those things will help you build yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Right.
And we just, for some reason, we lost that. Like what your grandpa was doing. He felt like, damn, it was a time when he was growing up when we respected ourselves.
Right.
We respected our brothers. We said, hey, how you doing? We carried Miss such and such groceries out of her car into her house.
Right.
We opened the doors for the ladies and all
Yeah.
that. Remember LL Cool J? I walked down my jacket so you can lay down. I laid down my jacket so you can walk over a puddle.
Right.
Now what we saying? Fuck you, bitch. Woo 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 woo.
Right,
And
right,
all
right.
that's dead.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And if you realize right now that we getting older, I realize like
More mature.
more mature. But as far as like how when I was coming up, if you seen me doing something as a kid, you was instantly, hey, look, such and such down there cussing, doing da 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 da. You going everybody helping in. Nowadays, I think everybody kind of turned the other cheek. Nobody has that togetherness.
Nowadays,
anymore.
we more influencing it.
Yeah. Everybody bringing their phone out.
Yeah, look, whoa, he just cussing. Like,
Yeah.
man, y'all tripping. So, it's like, man, look, I got 7 kids, man. My oldest 31. I still don't have a grandchild.
Wow.
That's almost impossible nowadays. My oldest is a woman. It's a
Wow.
girl. She's 31. You know what I'm saying? My boys, my oldest, the one I told you, the scientist, you know, they ain't thinking about no kids. My kids are really. Now, it's nothing. It's not perfect in the house.
No.
Every
Nothing's
kid ain't
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
But the way that they've been raised is to find you.
Right.
Find yourself. Don't be worried about no. See, we got too many kids, 17, 18. They worried about relationship. They ain't thinking about 5, 10 years from now. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Are you gonna be the one to break the cycle within your family? Or are you gonna be the one? I tell my kids, don't worry about trying to be better than me because no one's better than nobody. Make better decisions.
Right.
That's all it comes down to.
Right.
Make better choices. If you make better choices than I did, then guess what? Your life is gonna be less turmoil, less drama, less BS. Just by making better choices.
And I always tell people, don't have kids at a young age. And the reason why you don't, because that person, if you ever pay attention to everybody that had kids at a young age, they can't stand the person that they had the kid with. And it's because they were kids. It's like puppy love shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A woman matures and realizes, like, this ain't the type of man that I like.
Exactly.
A man matures and be like, this ain't the type of woman that I like. Like, you ain't who I lay down and have kids with. But when you young and you caught up in the moment, that's why I try to tell everybody, like, listen, you gotta be careful who you have your kids with.
Yeah.
Men and women. Because you can have babies with somebody and just ruin your whole life for years to come. Or you can get yourself in a situation where most women, where you end up by yourself with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Not just one. Some of y'all lay up and have 4, 5, 6 kids. And then the men are jetting on y'all 2, 3 men. And I want to tell women this is because I think a lot of women think that men are being like looking down at you and all that. But this is just honest truth. Once you, as a man or a woman, you can lower your value by the things that you choose to do in your past. We're not saying that you're a bad woman, because some women be thinking like, oh, because I got these kids, this baby day, I'm a bad woman. No, that doesn't mean that you're a bad woman. You made some bad choices, And now it's going to be hard for a man that want to come in, and not all men are like this, but some men don't be wanting to come into a ready-made family all the
Well,
time.
hold on. Let me stop you right there. Because once again, us as men, gotta stop being so judgmental. I had to learn this the hard way. We will look at a woman who has kids about more than one man, and we say that lowers her value. But how can I say that when I got kids about more than one?
That is very true.
So why my value doesn't lower?
And I'm gonna
go lower.
I don't know why. I didn't make these rules.
Because I'm saying it don't make sense.
It don't make sense because I'm glad you said it like that, because we basically using a guide chart that don't even make no fucking sense.
We using a European mindset who's just been put into our community only.
Right.
To make us look bad at our women.
Right.
I don't care if you did. Okay, I can't say that when I have multiple children by other women.
Right.
I can't say that and say your value without saying my value has lessened.
I don't know why we kind of, because you want to know something? I really got caught up, because I tell people this all the time. When you find somebody that you like or love and care about, you ain't worried about how many kids they got. I don't really think you
because
believe
guess
that.
what? Think about this.
Or
right?
who they slept with either. I don't think you
think
care.
about this. Say you got a woman who has kids by 2 different men, or maybe even 3, about 3 different men, right? And then you take a woman who has either 1 kid by 1 man, or 2 kids by the same man, or a woman who don't have no kids, right? Each one of them women, 9 times 10, has slept with more than 2, 3 damn people. So what difference does it make?
I always ask people that, like,
it don't even make no
that's
difference.
why I think, because this became more of a social thing. Like, now that we got social media, people always talking about body count, and I always tell women all the time, I'm like, your body count only matters when people are talking shit, because this is being honest. Niggas love hoes.
Yeah.
Just being honest. If you ever just take a step back and look at some of the women who got wedding rings, and it'll make you be like, oh shit, she got a hell of a past. I know. But a man met her, loved her, wanted her, and chose her to be his. You get what I'm saying?
Now I will say this. Okay. I agree with that, right? But at the same time, I wouldn't say men do like, because women who have slept around. Some men do like that, right? Some men just like that behind closed doors.
Very true.
For themselves.
Very true.
Now, you don't have to be like that with 100 different dudes just to be like that with me.
Yes.
So
yes, very true.
So we like that behavior more than we like for it to have been you doing it with all these different people like
basically
that.
What he's saying, for the people who don't know how to read in between the lines,
Go ahead and
we like a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
Right.
That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, when you
I want you to be my hoe for me behind closed doors. You get what I'm saying? But in the front, I want you to present yourself as a queen for the rest of the world to see. But for me, I want you to be
But
that.
I wasn't the type of person who felt like, oh, I'm finna cuff this girl and she's been known to I wasn't that type of person.
Yeah, I'm still
you know
not.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't do it.
So, and to each his own.
To each his own, yeah.
And I never knock nobody for what they do, just like I wouldn't want nobody to knock me for what I do.
Right.
But real quick, before I forget, and I got to say this, because it just was something I felt was very powerful. This woman told me, I asked her about the like you just asked me about the dating scene. She said, it's piss in the dating pool.
Very true.
I said, damn, that messed me up when she said that. She said, I said, what you think about this? She said, it's piss in the dating pool.
Yeah.
And you know who you is. Shout out to you, because that was very powerful, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
And I just had to share it with the artists because that is so true, man.
It's piss in the dating pool.
It's piss in the dating pool.
And I see so many. It's crazy, right? Because the way I see so many men and women complaining about not finding nobody, I'm like, y'all need to get together. It's too many people on the outside. Everybody got to come in a little bit, because it's like I see too many women complaining about men, and I see too many men complaining about women. I'm just thinking like, y'all gotta get together, man. You gotta get to know people. And I understand, a lot of people go through so much stuff and they start just feeling like there's nothing out there. Because that's how a lot of people feel, like they feel like they're being defeated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this dating situation, because every man that they done came across has done them wrong. But I tell women this though. Sometimes you gotta change your preference. And what I mean by that is, a lot of you like the street guys, the popular guys.
Mm-hmm.
Those men are not one-woman men.
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter now, and I'm going to tell her, never date a man that lives his life on borrowed time.
Mm-hmm.
Those gangbangers, drug dealers, street niggas that's trying to, no, those ain't the men that you want to go after. I've been there and done that. He been there, done that. I grew up around that. What I'm trying to tell you is, living that certain type of lifestyle, when men have options, we're going to exercise those options.
Yeah.
Not saying that a man ain't going to put you on a pedestal and live in the house with you and have kids with you and do all the family and everything, but at the same time, if you looking for solidness, it's a certain type of man you should go after. And that is a man, like you said, self-loving.
If you looking for a real man, holler at one of my sons.
Right?
That's all I can tell you, because they've been taught.
Yeah, y'all, big
they've
shout
been
out.
Taught like this. My son been taught like this. Man, we take care of our women.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing in the home.
Right.
You're gonna treat that woman right. You're
Right.
gonna treat that woman with respect. And if you don't want that woman, you're gonna let that woman know.
Exactly.
You're gonna be careful about who you have children with.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do all this right. We're
Right.
breaking the cycle.
I love to hear that.
And that's just what we gonna do.
I love to hear that.
I ain't all that old, yeah, you'll play it and all that stuff that's for the
Over.
lane. You still got dudes 40, 45, 50 plus.
Why you think they
still
can't give it up?
chasing, huh?
Why do you think they can't give it up?
Because they still really little boys.
Mm.
You know, and this is what feeds their hunger to validate who they are.
Mm.
You see, because being a real man comes with real responsibilities.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you run around and you messing with her and this and that. You 50 plus, homie.
Yeah.
You still doing what you was doing in high school. I don't really want to hang around nobody.
But
like
it reverts back to this song that I always used to play all the time, and it was called it was made by Nas. It was called Second Childhood, and he was talking about how people are grown, but he talking about how they live now. And like, this person's 38, but he live at home with his moms, fresh out of jail, living home with his moms, having girls come over to his mom crib, him and his homeboys kick and break the table. He basically was painting a picture of how a lot of dudes is. Y'all getting out of jail, you got nowhere to go. You going back to your mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? He's telling the story about how women thinking that she on something, all she doing is popping her mouth, running her mouth, and getting hit by every popular drug dealer in the hood and having kids by everybody. But then when she wake up and realize, like, oh shit, I'm not even worth nothing to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They only love my body.
Mm-hmm.
Not my true form of who I really am. And a lot of things like that we realize, like you said, I'm telling my sons this, the same thing that I'm doing for my son, because I know better.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it starts at. This is, if y'all don't want to call it that, but it's leadership qualities.
Yeah.
He's telling his son, hey, that player shit, we don't want to do that. You want to do women like this. This is saving some of you women out there, your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I seen a post before we get out of here. I seen a post. And it was made by some Alton women. And it said, what did it say? It said, y'all are crying in y'all 20s. I was a hoe in mine. And I watched how so many women were proud of being hoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the wrong thing to promote. But I get it though. I definitely get it. But when I seen that, I thought to myself, I said, wow. They are proud of being hoes. And I'm like, nobody's looking at the big picture of y'all still single. And some of y'all daughters are hoes. Because of you and how you was moving and how you presented things to them. It's all a recycling. This is why it comes back to, if you know better, you're gonna do better. He knows better.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna make his kids do better.
Mm-hmm.
I know better. So I'm making mine do better. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing, because I've already been there, done that, and I lived it. And I'm observing the world and knowing what these people are doing is not right. and this is not how we gonna get through in life. When we talking about being a father, that's a self thing, bro. You brought the kid here, do what you gotta do. When it come to relationships, all we saying is take accountability. We're not saying no man is perfect. We're not saying no women are perfect. But what we saying is take accountability for what you doing.
Yeah.
When we talking about the black community, we're not down talking nobody. We just calling out the bullshit.
You can't really down talk the truth.
No, you can't down talk the truth. But you know, some people be like, oh, well, they feel like they talking shit on niggas. It's not talking shit when you're telling the truth.
Man, I don't really care.
I know how people take things because I hear it and y'all be like, well, this person did this and this person. We're not pointing fingers at nobody. We talking about it as a whole.
The finger gonna point at it's gonna do its own thing. The universe is gonna tell you what you is, and that's why most people, when you say what you just said, most people take it like that because of guilt.
Right.
And that's why I said I really don't care. Y'all need to stop lying. It's a whole bunch of lying going on. Man, there's so much lying. You dudes. Man, like that post you did, you need to post that like once an hour. Because these dudes are straight liars.
Yeah.
All they do is lie. Man,
Yeah.
I had a man lie to my face. Man, he lied to my face, man. And he don't know what was going on internally as he was lying to me.
Right.
Because it's just like, when you say, I don't want to be this person, I want to be this person, I want to change, I want to do that, the universe is going to put you in situations where you're going to be tested.
Right.
Are you really the person you claim that you are?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
right in that moment, I had to be the person that I claim I was and not the person that I
Used to be.
From the past.
Right.
Because had I not been the person who I choose to be now,
Right.
in his own vehicle,
Yeah.
everything in there, every piece of particle in there, his face would have touched.
Right.
Before I smacked him, and I don't mean to speak ill,
Right.
but I'm just being honest. Before I smacked him, I probably would have spit in his face.
Right.
And right where the spit landed on his face is where the palm of my hand would have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because stop playing with me.
Right.
Stop lying to me, man.
Right. Right.
Because I deserve more than that.
Right.
But since that part of me,
It's gone.
it's not gone.
It's not gone.
It's
yeah,
in
but
check.
In check. That's a good thing.
Since that part of me is self-check, I just blew it off.
Mm-hmm.
Went
That's
on
growth.
my way.
That's growth.
You know what
That's
I'm
growth.
saying? Because I said, man, I wonder have a person ever been shoved inside their gas tank. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a person ever been put into their glove box.
Right.
Into a very, very small compartment. Because the lies, man, stop lying to people, man. It don't take nothing. I don't care if you're going to be upset or not. I'm going to be honest with you as much as I can.
That's what we
You know
gotta
what
get
I'm
to
saying?
though.
Stop all this
We
lying,
gotta
man.
cut the red tape and just be honest with each other. And
All
be honest with your
you
people.
ex-dope fiends running around here like y'all do. And I'm not talking bad about nobody who used to be
Right.
on drugs.
Right.
But stop playing.
Yeah.
Man, stop playing with people.
Right.
Like we all have pasts.
Right. We do.
Some of us ashamed of it, some of us not. But don't act like you ain't a person who come from a certain walk of life, man.
Right.
Be who you are, but don't forget who you are.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I'll never forget who I am,
No.
but I'm gonna live as who the person I've grown it to be now. But we can never forget our past because that's what makes our future and our present.
And remember this, people. Your past is always going to be used against you in some shape, form, or fashion. So be conscious of what you do in life. Because if I heard that you was a snake and a thief, I don't even let you get up on me.
Exactly.
Because I heard about you.
You're right.
But you could be a changed man.
Right.
But I don't know that though. Because
Right.
everything they ever said was he's a thief.
Mm-hmm.
So now when he comes around, I'm watching you. But you might not even
But
be on
wasn't
that.
told by a thief and a snake.
You never know.
You see what I'm saying?
what I'm saying?
No, you probably do.
But about the people,
I'm saying when like if somebody say he's a sneak, he's a thief. I'm saying a sneak, what you say? A snake and a thief.
yeah,
Was that story told by a snake and a thief?
that could be true.
You see what I'm
Sometimes it
saying?
be like that
because
too.
a lot of times, oh, he the police. 9 out of 10, it's been told by somebody.
That really is the police.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Really
you,
is
so
policy.
we, so it's just like a person can tell you anything, but you have to absorb. You have to observe the person who's giving you the information.
Yeah, you can take it, but
You
that
know
don't
what
mean
I'm
you got to
saying?
stand on it
Because
because you, like you said,
is
a
he
lot
a man
times-
of principle?
Right, because sometimes the motherfucker be telling you something because of the situation with you and him got going on, not knowing like, I fuck with dude, he ain't never did that to me. He don't show me no type of
I
signs.
had a brother tell me back in the day. I said, man, it was a female wanted to get with me. She was on my line, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably go eat. Like, ask me, I'm gonna go holler at Shorty. You know, we chopping it up.
Yeah.
Woo. Man told me she had this pack.
Wow.
He said, man, I don't know if you want to do that, man. I heard she had that pack. Man, I straight stiffed on the woman.
Right.
Next thing I know, he trying to holler at her.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? So that's why I say,
Yeah. Gotta be careful
where is the source of
coming
the
from.
information coming from?
Mhm.
And why is this person saying what they're
this.
saying?
Yeah.
Do they have ulterior motive behind what they're saying?
Right.
Is it valid?
Is it valid?
Because most of these people don't stand on principle. Most of these people don't have principles. They don't have morals. They just talk. And the same people you say, well, man, there go dude right there. Tell him what you told me, man. Tell him what you. Oh, man, I ain't on that because you scared.
Listen, I seen that. I seen a motherfucker get some shit started with my family.
Right.
With some he say, she say shit.
Right.
And then when everybody in the thing, and I'm like, you told me,
Yeah.
what you put your head down for?
Exactly.
You done got this shit started. Because if you never told me none of this, I'm not even on his ass about this.
Right.
Because I didn't even know.
Right.
But that's why I try to tell people all the time, just being very observant and being understanding them that when most people coming to you about something, you gotta understand where they coming from with it though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, motherfucker can come telling you, man, don't fuck with C2 because he did this and he did that. But you don't really know what I did or didn't do, and they not really probably telling you everything. They only telling you to make you feel some type of way towards me. Cause we be in these, I realized this, you know, as I got older, and I realized like when a lot of people, like now that I let people come in and I meet people and stuff like that, and the first thing somebody say is, man, you ain't nothing like I thought you was. Well, what did you think? Oh, well, I heard this and I heard that, and it's like everybody get treated accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Now the older that I done got, I keep people at a distance. So yeah, some people might be like, oh, he's very standoffish. I am now.
Yeah.
Because I learned by letting the wrong people in, especially niggas.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a man tell a joke and did nobody laugh?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Do you ever seen that same person tell a joke and everybody laugh because his financial situation changed?
I hate a brown-nosing nigga or a bitch. I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people around here in this town, I'm just being honest though, because I'm not one of these brown-nosing ass niggas. I be thinking a lot of niggas corny and lame and bitch-ass niggas. I really do. I just don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized, I sat back and watched how so many men, y'all kiss ass and brown nose just because a nigga got money. I'm listening to a nigga talk the other day, right? This nigga completely wrong. And I knew he was wrong. But I'm sitting back watching. Niggas like, yeah, man, yeah. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, this. And it made me sound like, that's not right. That didn't happen at that time. This happened, woo. Everybody get quiet. He like, you sure? I said, yeah, I'm positive. That's when that happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and him, he going back and forth, and he realized you are talking to somebody who not about to just kneel to you and agree with you because what you got. I'm not a little homie. I'm not a brown nose. I'm not an ass kisser. I'm a man. I don't give a fuck about what you got. But I notice a lot of dudes, and we notice it in society today, even with celebrities and shit, we let y'all say certain things because of what you have. And we realize that you really don't have no smarts, or you really don't give a fuck about nobody. You only talking, and people are only agreeing because they want in for something. You know what I'm saying? I notice a lot of cats around here in Alton too that a lot of people be looking up to, and I be thinking like, man, them bitch ass niggas. But because they have money, and I don't really, when people say money, I don't understand what people think money is.
They don't
me
have
and you
a
both
clue.
shop at Walmart.
They don't have.
You live in the same neighborhood as me.
Yep.
You might have a couple dollars. I know this is the land of the have-nots, the black community. So I know when you got a nice little car, and then I'm gonna tell y'all this though, because I just stand on this. I'm an owner type nigga.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people, they got the nice car because they got a car and they got their credit and you're able to pay for it. And when people on the outside looking in, you know how I go, people be thinking people have all this money. And y'all think these people are oh so smart and they know everything. And I be like, bro, y'all, I can see women doing it because women be trying to get them a couple dollars. They be in survival mode. I understand that. But when I see men do it, I really put y'all in the category as women. I be like, bro, why you brown nosing him for? Because what he got? Why you all up on? And I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I can see it all the time. I see it, you know, being on social media. I see things, and I be like, that shit corny. But
Clown.
But since you know he got a little money, y'all all under the post liking it and he hi and going back and forth, and I'm just thinking like, that ain't even funny. And sometimes the shit they be talking about they don't even know what they talking about.
Man, it go from nothing to bro.
Right.
What? Bro, all the fake stuff.
All the fake stuff.
All the fake stuff.
Remember who told y'all?
All the fake stuff.
Look, Rossi, check this out.
Man, it's straight clown
Tell
university.
you some real shit, right? It's 2026 now, so this is about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
2024. That's what I was talking about the new the niggas is the new bitches. This was 2024. This what he just talking about, this fake cool shit. I seen all you niggas in this town huddling up together. Cause I'm doing this, we both doing the same thing, we get money. So we won't click up and be a group of niggas.
Right.
No, none of y'all really like each other. Y'all all being fake cool.
Right.
Now when shit hit the fan, it's that Spider-Man meme. Everybody's pointing at everybody.
Man.
And you know why y'all doing it? Because you never was supposed to be around them niggas in the first place because them ain't your homeboys. I stopped that shit in the bud a long time ago. What I'm hanging with you for, brother? No disrespect to people, because I have niggas hit me up when they see me working out. Bro, we need to get in the gym together. I be like, nah. It's not that I got nothing against you. It's I got my own little thing that I like to do.
Right.
And sometimes us as men don't need to be in the same circles with each other. Some men, I'm only going to speak to you when I see you.
Right. Why? Like, and this is another thing. Why would? Okay, let's say, you know, I don't have, you know, people like sports and all that. That's cool and all that. I don't knock nobody for that. But why when you invite your friends over to come, you know, watch the game or something like that, man, tell them bring their wives.
Yeah.
Tell them bring their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why is always a whole bunch of dudes in one setting getting drunk?
I don't know.
All the time.
See,
Where the ladies at?
I prefer having a woman around me.
Man,
That type of nigga I am.
I just
You know
don't.
what I'm
I
saying?
just don't get it, man.
Like
A whole
you know,
bunch of dudes sitting around getting hot, drinking, no women.
y'all popping these pills, and I tell people this all the
They're
time.
gonna be popping each other for the night over.
When
with.
those gay rumors come up, I always wonder, how do they get a gay rumor?
Yeah.
How do you get a gay rumor?
How?
You doing something and been somewhere you never was supposed to be. It always happen like that. I always tell people, I'm like, bro, listen, there's a lot of shit that get
And all that, and all, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick, cause you know, it's, you know, the club's off.
Yeah.
You know, they actually been off. But all you dudes run around here letting these women lick all in the crack of your ass, homie, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yes, you are homosexual.
Yeah.
There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts
Yeah.
about it. Your legs, your tip of your toenails is touching the ceiling fan, and she licking the crack of your ass. That dude. You
And they
are a
tell.
homosexual. They
I know
telling.
listen, they'll do it. Because women are weird. Because they'll do it. I done watched women
But
eat
a lot of women that do it
and
out
then
of
when they get
take
mad,
control.
yeah, but then when they get mad, they go straight to the internet and be like, the nigga a fag, though, he let me play with his butt. That's why I don't be understanding why dudes be doing it. I'm like,
And like Pimp C say, we know who you are, man. Because when she did that, she took that finger too. You know, and because she gonna do all that. So whatever, like, and this ain't to talk bad about nobody, but it's just standing on the truth. Man, y'all gotta stop playing, and that's why women don't respect a lot of men, because they know what y'all doing behind closed doors.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
They know you getting off this goofy stuff.
yeah.
You ain't no man, you a mouse.
Right.
So stop letting women play with you like that. Stop playing with yourself, man, and be stand up, man.
Yep.
Let that go. I told my son, look, man, this is something we'll never do.
Right.
I said, I don't care how much you love a woman, how much you care about a woman.
Never do that.
Do not allow a woman to
penetrate.
ever put her finger, lick your booty. We don't do none of that.
None of that.
He said, Dad, I would. I said, okay, now
just
you
telling
you can't never say when you had that talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that you have to talk about with your children. You can't be everything is on the table. Drugs, sex, all that. We gonna chop it up about all
Everything.
that. Because you can't never say I ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
I think you know what? I think that's a thing with us parents. Being honest, introducing your kids to certain things.
Yeah.
Talking to them about certain things. I'm gonna be honest. Do you really think we had a birds and the bees talk?
Who like who
This
you saying?
in
When
general
we
in the
was
black
coming up?
community.
Not for real.
Not for real.
No.
And this is why I try to
No.
tell people all the time.
No.
A lot of people don't be knowing about sex. You get what I'm saying?
So that's why they
and they trying to and everything, trying everything, and it's
Yeah.
like you have all these young girls, they being very promiscuous at a young age. You got the little dudes, and it's all culture driven. The music, TV shows, they hearing everybody talking to older dudes like, damn, you ain't getting none yet. When I was in this, trust me.
You know, check this out. You know what I did with my girls? I went to their rooms. I said, come on downstairs. I put on some of the videos of some of the hottest rap females.
Mm-hmm.
They all on the car, busting and all this. They got their asses out and all this. And I said, this is the type of your generation listen to this. I said, how would you feel if you walked outside and you saw your mama on the top of the car, bent over, bound? They, I said,
Right.
okay, that's the same way you should feel about this period.
Right.
If you don't see your mama doing it, don't see yourself doing it.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, a man will never respect you
Never.
when he see you doing these type of things. You can't expect a man to respect you when you're not respecting
Respect
yourself.
yourself.
And I went through 4 or 5 different videos and showing
I'm
them
gonna give
this
you
is
the
what
respect
this is
that
what's
you earned,
going
baby.
on.
Right.
Don't be that.
Don't be that.
Because when you choose to be this is what comes with that.
And that's what I was saying about the whole post. A lot of women promote whole culture, but they don't tell y'all the backdrop of how lonely they are.
Why do they promote it though?
Because they feel like that's what's gonna get.
Because they attention seeking.
They getting attention, but they never
seeking attention.
And you know what's so crazy? Because this is living backwards. As a woman, you do all these crazy things, and nowadays everything's on the internet, so it's never erased.
Right.
And one day you want a man in your life, right? And sometimes a lot of people have to settle. You know what I'm saying? You never find that you got that man that you really want, but a real man comes with a moral compass.
Right.
So some things he's just not going to be able to accept because of who he is as a person, and that's what kills a lot of women. I done seen situations where women was actually good women. You know what I'm saying? There's not really nothing wrong with them. They good looking and everything. Kind of got their head on their shoulders and got their stuff together, but it boiled down to you really did too much.
But this is the thing. You know why they did so much?
Right.
It's because and every person, every individual reacts to these situations different.
Mm-hmm.
Some go down a dark road, some come out of it. But majority of women, a lot of women, we don't have counseling in our community. That's number one.
We need it.
But a lot of these women have been molested.
That's very true.
So many of these women have been touched on as young girls. Their mama didn't listen to them when they tried to tell them.
I seen a post
or
one
they
time,
didn't tell nobody.
and it was Arden people. I seen a post, and there was so many Arden women that reshared, and I was like, damn, I did not know what you just said. A lot of women been touched.
I didn't talk to so many women. See, the thing about me is, I never just seen a woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
I seen her mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have conversations.
Right.
And so they trust me with information.
Right.
Because over the years, that information hasn't been repeated.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So they've told me straight out their mouth, hey, look, I was molested. I didn't tell nobody because
Right.
I was scared and I was ashamed of myself.
Wow.
So this is what built that behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is how they felt like they felt worthless.
Mm.
So they put themselves out there like that because
Right.
they didn't have no self-respect, man.
Right.
And they had
Basically,
nobody to talk to.
Looking for love.
Right, they had no one to
Comfort.
talk to.
Mhm.
And then the ones who did tell their mom, she didn't believe him. She
Yeah.
chose the man over her own child. So that's what they did. They really went to the streets.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So sometimes
Hard.
we got to understand, you know, this is where this behavior is coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have enough. That's why I say, us as men, we take these vulnerable women,
Right.
and we turn into the same person that molested them.
Yeah.
Even
Just
though
in
it
a
might have been
different form.
consensual,
Yeah, consensual,
but
but
we
same
turn into
thing.
that same
Same
person
person.
who molested these women,
Yeah.
instead of listening to them and understanding their pain and trying to talk them to out of believing, out of not, going down that path no more. Hey, listen, you are beautiful,
Very.
you are valuable,
Very.
but you have to believe that in order for the next person to believe that.
Very.
And you can change, and you can be somebody
Mhm.
that a person will learn to love.
Yeah.
But you got to learn how to love yourself.
And this all boils back to, starts with us, man. When you got a daughter in your life, you got to be the first good man in her life that she sees. Because then she'll understand, like, what this dude bringing to the table is not going to be accepted. Because she's seen a real man in her life.
Yeah.
All we just talking to y'all today about is about stand up, being a stand-up man, taking accountability,
Yeah.
being appreciative to the good people that you got in your life. If you're gonna be talking
Break
that
the
you,
cycle.
if you there for the black community, like you say you there for the black community, be stand up, brother.
And stop running to the district attorney talking about, oh, I know such and such, he can help. Man, those people don't care about, man, listen, man. Run to each other.
Yeah,
Because that's all we got.
yeah.
Stop being cowards and thinking that the same people who hate you gonna turn around and love you for some strange reason.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
And before we get out of here, listen, all my young brothers, I know the streets are more glorified than a lot of other things in your life, especially coming from the black community, the projects, the trenches. I've been there, he's been there, a lot of people been there. I'm gonna tell y'all this though, I don't know nobody who won.
No,
That's a fact.
no.
I know a lot of people that jumped in the game, and we hear rappers glorified, but it's another side of this story that's not being told, but you're watching it. Those stories of people in the courtrooms getting slammed for murders and other street things, and those stories of people dying.
It's 2026, and if you still in the streets, you've been in these streets 20, 30, 40, 50 years, either you dumb, or you got a CI number, or you both.
And I look at it like this though too.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. But I look at it like this too though. A lot of guys that don't want to give the streets up. Do y'all want to spend the rest of your life with men? That's a real true question you need to ask yourself. Do you want to wake up to a man every day? Because that's what's going to happen. Now I ain't saying you're going to be on nothing gay, but what I'm saying is every day waking up to a man, I've been there, I was in the penitentiary, and waking up to a nigga every day ain't something that I want to do. Being honest.
And another thing, man, it's kind of right back to what I was just saying. People don't realize in these streets, they don't understand that the plug be the peoples.
Yeah.
They just don't never see it.
And listen, there's no love in the streets.
It ain't
no love
never
in
been
these
no
streets.
love.
Ain't no love in
They
these
lied
streets,
to
man.
him, they lied to me, and they done lied to everybody
Ain't no
who done
love.
played that game.
And it ain't. And listen, all the rules that everybody be saying, where do niggas follow rules?
They never do.
The streets don't follow rules.
Ain't no rules.
It's made up rules and goalposts that people move for whoever that fits the need.
Yep.
Because I know niggas around here that because they got money, y'all don't look at some of the things that they done did that's really police because they got money. But since a nigga that ain't hitting your hand, you want to talk bad about him. Real niggas see the shit.
Man, love yourself, love your family, be a father, be a mother, and really love your community, because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, that's all you got. And it's finna get rougher. You see, we don't really see what's coming, because everything whether we want to come together or not, we gonna come together.
We ain't gonna have no choice in a minute. We ain't gonna have no choice in a minute.
So,
because I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is not, before we go, I just want to tell y'all this. You think they going after the Mexicans? We next.
we wasn't. It ain't we next. We always been the target.
Yeah, they just is promoting theirs right now at the moment.
And
But
they
I'm
got
telling
us
you,
they got us so divided
yeah,
that we don't really understand. So, man, really just take a break from things that have no value
facts.
and start to put some on your mental. Start to learn and understand your true value. And then that way you can pass it on to your children and you can break that cycle. And really at the end of the day, man, I want to say I appreciate you even allowing me on your platform, because we got to understand that people don't have to share things with us.
Not at all.
And I'm honored. And I love the fact that I was able to even have this moment with you, because this is something that I hope people look and learn from, and also continue to follow this brother, follow me, and just, you know what I'm saying, just try to create a different path that we can all come together regardless of how we feel or what our beliefs are or whatever the case may be. I don't care what you believe in. At the end of the day, believe in yourself.
And y'all already know my slogan. If you want to hear the truth, you got to watch Smokinwit2, and we out.
Peace and love.
Yep.
Yes, sir.